listeners. Welcome to the Dream Stream. I am your host, Yiskah Koock, and I am with my fellow dream worker, Ellen Ronis, today. And very excited because last I asked, when we worked on a dream of mine, you weren't feeling satisfied with your recall of your
Yeah,
dreams.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but now you do? How?
Yeah, sorry, I
Yeah,
probably
what's wrong?
it's most likely cat hair since that's the
Ah.
cat sitting right next to me. Yeah, yeah, I feel like got it in both eyes all of a sudden. Sorry. I might be fussing with that. But yeah, my recall has been really like, whoa, like since this COVID thing I mentioned last time, it's just been so oddly gone, absent.
Yes,
And then
right.
suddenly, yeah, I don't know what really shifted. I did ask, really been praying, for
Yeah,
things. And so, yeah, so they're coming. Not, I wouldn't say fast and furious, but they're definitely coming. I've had
wonderful.
like maybe 4 or 5 little dreams, little image. I mean, not so little, but yeah.
Okay. Oh, please,
Um,
do you want to just say all five of them, or I know we've had
yeah,
this issue before where we don't know if we just want to work on the first one.
I know. It's always like that's because
Prolific dreamer that you are.
yeah, it's like what to do first. Let me get my glasses first of all.
Okay.
Okay, where are my glasses? Oh God, sorry.
How was your dance class this morning,
Okay, sorry about that.
Ellen?
Sorry.
How
Yeah.
was your dance class this morning?
Oh, it was so necessary.
Oh,
So
good.
good. Yeah.
You inspire me
Oh,
by how you nourish your artistic and soul needs, and you're very involved in many things that feed you.
thank you for saying. I think yeah, it's funny how yeah, it's hard for us to see ourselves. I mean, it's
Yeah,
true.
right.
Sometimes I think that those things are just honestly things that saved my life. It's not
Yeah,
even like, oh, this will be so joyful and fun. I'm going to do this. It's kind of like, I'm going to kill myself if I don't move my body. I mean,
yes.
I don't really mean that,
No,
but
I think I know what you mean.
you get it, right? You just like, I can get so, you know,
Lockdown is a
yeah,
little crazy making.
yeah. I mean, of course, we're in this whole thing together, whatever's going on, but also I
Yeah,
just tend to be a little on the melancholy side. It's just
yeah.
it is my
It's your
nature. So
temperament.
it's my temperament, exactly.
Yeah.
So I have to really like,
But that means your waters run deep.
yes, I do think that's true.
Yes.
For
Yes.
whatever it's worth, sometimes I think, oh my God, could we come up from the depths, please, and
Exactly.
enjoy the light.
Visualize a whale
Yeah,
coming up from the depths.
coming up. Yep. So yes, it was very, very good just to move my body, and I didn't
Yeah.
even move it the way it's a class, it's a Nia class, so she'll say, okay, do
Oh,
this.
it was a Nia class. A friend of
Yeah,
mine teaches Nia
yes,
classes.
it's fun. So I just turned off my video because I was like, I'm just doing my own thing. I'm
Yeah.
just listening to her, I'm hearing her, but I'm just like moving my body any way it wants to move.
Yes.
And just
Yes.
it was very, very good. So I do feel a little open. And there was this lovely
Good.
little girl, a daughter of someone there who was dancing. And she said at the beginning of the class, she said, I don't know, she's maybe somewhere between 5 and 7. I can't tell with some of these young kids because they're so brilliant at that age.
Right.
Oh my God.
Right.
She said, love is everywhere more than sickness, right?
Oh my gosh.
I know. We all
Yes.
cried. It was like,
Yeah.
what? Oh my God.
Oh,
Yes, yes,
wow. I just have to remember
right
that.
out of the mouths of babes. They're
Yeah,
just
always,
uber.
often.
Yeah. I'm just kind of swishing through my journal here to see. Yeah, so well, I want to just also say, how are you? I just kind of jumped right into myself.
So
And
I'm in pain, physical pain.
oh,
I
it's
am, you know, this walker has been really unkind to my posture, and so I've been trying to like um,
is it,
straighten it up. And my friend Felisa was working on it with me, and then she gave me a bunch of exercises, but truth be known, I haven't done them yet.
I haven't done them. Yeah.
Sort of, but
Mm-hmm.
not everything. So my back's been really
Is it
sore.
regular walker, like a regular,
It's a rollator.
So
You
it,
know,
you don't have to pick it up. It just kind of
you don't
rolls.
pick it up.
But it sounds like this needs to
After
be higher up.
it doesn't go higher. That's why I got this one from the old one. But they sell different things that go higher. You know, I just want to be able to. I just want to walk with my cane again, which I've been doing. I'm in training to just be walking with my cane again.
That's so good.
And then maybe I can adopt the dog.
Yeah, that sounds important, right? To be able to be mobile.
Yeah, and not to let it pull me down.
Yeah.
Because it might be like a little toughie.
You never know. Boy, was that a cute dog, though. Oh my God. Just
it's like everything I love in a dog. You're the same as me. We love our redwoods and our Seamuses.
Yeah, totally.
You know, and Tovey. Like Tovey had speckled legs. I think he had cattle dog.
He probably has a cattle dog. We have a cattle dog here too. Some version of a cattle dog.
Living at your house?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
With my eye, there's just an annoying thing, but I'll figure it out. But just excuse me for doing this constantly.
It's fine.
It's so annoying. It's always something.
So okay, let's just jump to your dream. We could like put dog conversation in on the sides.
We could just yak for days.
Okay. I
know. Yeah, is you good with me just kind of saying one after the other kind of thing, and maybe just something jumps up at me or whatever about it?
Let's do it. Let's do that.
They're all pretty short. So the first one that I had was May 31st, which was 10 days ago or so. And the dream was that I was on a Zoom call with my housemate, Chris. And he was on the call, like he was on the screen, which is kind of an unusual thing in real life for sure. And waking life, I should say. And we're sitting at the kitchen table, he's on the screen, and in front of my computer, I have this tangle of wires. You know how everybody, like most people have like this box or container, old plugs from the old, like whatever.
Oh, the white shopping bag.
Yeah, the white plastic shopping bag. I had one of those too, right? Like,
this one's paper.
Oh,
it's a nice bag.
You're ecologically correct about your containers for your tangle of wires.
For my tangle of wires.
Yeah. And it's usually stuff you'll never use again. Anyway, it's just, so it was this pile of things like that, plugs and outlets and things, and I didn't know what they were for. And I guess I was trying to untangle them, and I think he was supposedly trying to help me to do that. That was the whole dream.
Okay.
And yeah.
So, but he was on Zoom, so he was just, how was he helping you?
I guess he was maybe like, look, it wasn't really clear.
That's really interesting.
The sense was that he was like saying, okay, well, maybe pull this one out, or maybe this one is for maybe he was trying to tell me which one was for what, and I don't know why I was looking. I don't know what I was looking for, but it actually came right before I had like a conversation with my other housemate, Jen, Chris's wife, and we were talking about, like, we started the conversation with, I had this dream, and it was like, wow, how interesting, because my conversation with her was about really like untangling my own inner knots, basically. Like which
wonderfully symbolic.
I've got two things going on right now. I've got my bodywork practice, and I've got this coaching practice that I'm wanting to get. Brand new. It's not even a thing yet, but it's more in the idea form, and I'm working on it, but it's
I'm so excited.
Yeah, couldn't get it. I could literally not get a thing done because I couldn't untangle from the other. So it seems
like a good dream. What a great symbol for like tangled up. That's exactly it.
So tangled up. But maybe the thing to look at is that each one of these things at some point had a oh, I know. Well, okay, I'll just finish that thought. Each
Yeah,
one had a purpose, right? Each one conducted electricity or did something,
yeah,
lit up something, or and
yeah.
and so and then I'll just say that the thought that I had when I woke up from the dream was, use what you already have. That's what I wrote down.
Oh,
So I'm not sure
great.
if it was a message to go back to, who I already am, what I already know about myself. Like, instead of trying to, go out and buy new plugs and new wires when I have this whole bag or box of them right in front of me and they're all useful,
Yes,
maybe.
totally. Love that. Love that. Yeah, I totally see that.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, that has been kind of a theme in the working of my potential new business slash
Yeah,
practice. Is that
yes.
like I keep thinking I have to reinvent the wheel somehow, and pull things out of thin air, and it's like, I'm already here. Like, what's
Yeah,
already here,
right. Yeah, I've done so much with my life already, and here's all the pieces, and how can I put them together in a whole, in a
Yeah,
cohesive whole.
exactly. And that's what I keep looking for. So, that the next project is, what is the cohesive whole? But I did think that felt really meaningful somehow. So,
This is my bumper sticker,
okay.
a la Robert Moss. Where is the creative whole? Where is the missing link?
The missing plug.
The missing plug. Perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe that's great, actually. I know that's maybe not what you meant, but I like
Ah,
like, where is that missing plug? That
yeah.
one plug that
Yeah,
I
the
just need to
piece
plug.
to
Oh,
attach
that feels so right.
one side to the other.
Yeah,
Right.
that feels right on.
Right on.
Yeah, that feels right
What? So
on.
tell me some of the other dreams.
Okay, that was the first one. Then a couple of days later, I had two little dreams. One was okay, no, that was the tangled wires. Actually, oh wait, did I say the wrong one? Okay, that was one dream.
Okay.
Then another dream, I'm telling them a little out of order, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Another one on a Zoom call. It's so funny.
This new world we live in. It's infiltrated your dreams.
Yeah, I don't know, but right, it's just kind of funny. And this was kind of a funny dream. So I'm on a Zoom call, and somebody holds up a list. They hold up a list of something. I don't know what's on the list, but a lot of things, maybe almost all things, were crossed off the list, and they were holding it up. And for
Okay.
some reason, I didn't know what was on the list. I didn't know what they were crossing off, but for some reason, I found that so funny, and I was laughing in the dream, and I woke up laughing.
Oh, that's my favorite. When I'm so tickled in a dream that I wake up laughing. I love that
And I have no idea why that was funny. Even like, I can't even think about why that was
because it's
funny.
like high five. You already got it.
Maybe that's another one of those
Check,
things.
check,
Yeah,
check.
yeah.
And my son and his girlfriend, who had been staying with me, have just today are on a plane right now flying to Hawaii, where she's from. And so she and I were talking about the usefulness of lists. And then we were arguing about when to check something off. She's like, "Oh, my wallet, I have it." And I'm like, "No, your wallet is by the kitchen sink. Don't cross it off until you're packed up."
Yeah.
And if I'm just tick, 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 it is funny because wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess my question is, yeah, what my list was, somebody showing me my own. Okay. Somebody might have been showing me my own, reflecting back my own list of things that because I often think I'm not getting anything done. What am I doing in my day? And maybe it was like,
Yes.
look, these are all the things that you did. I don't know if that's what
Oh, I love that.
that's what I just came up with. So I'm
So
going to
how
say
I
that.
would honor this dream, if it were my dream, I think I would actually make a list of
Mhm.
all the things I do, and even including like hang out with the cat. you know,
That's a good point, really.
that's
Maybe
valuable.
yeah, I remember one time when I was married and, Tim would he would come home at the end of the day and I, would have a day off, let's say. And
Okay.
he was, well, what did you get up to today? Or what did you do today? And I was like, I hate that question because it feels like nothing. It feels like I was doing nothing. I got nothing accomplished. I can't show him this is what I did today.
Yeah.
And I used to feel about that question.
My friend Krista, she had the first baby of my friends when she was 21, so it was quite young. And when she was pregnant, her husband Aram would come home and he had been like studying all day or working. And what did you do today? She'd be like, well, I crocheted a duck, you know. She made like a little Waldorf toy for the baby. I mean, it's it doesn't seem like much, perhaps,
Well, I
when
think
being
it
interrogated about it.
exactly. Well, that's how it feels, but that's my own. But I think it's both. I think that there is a certain kind of like interrogation about it. It's like, well, it's not what have you done today? It's, well, what have you done? What have you
Ah,
done today?
what have
I
you
like
done
that.
today? It's
You done.
almost
I've been out
challenging.
there,
What have
whatever.
you
In the
done
trenches. Yeah.
today?
What have you done? Well, oh, I don't know. I vacuumed. I thought, meditated. I don't, but I think um, there were times like where I actually made a list at the end of the day because I really needed to see what did I do today.
Yes.
And there were
Yeah.
like 50 things on the list. They were little
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Call the credit card company, call so and so to tell them about the blah blah blah. There was a lot of little things like that,
I
but there
need
were
to
little
go.
things.
All right, gotta go. Gotta go, Ellen. I got lots of little things I gotta take care of right now.
Are
I'm
you
just
serious?
kidding. No, I'm not at all serious. But that's reminding me
Yeah, but that you do have.
that I do have lots of little things I've yet to check off my list.
Well, I know people like to make lists like at the beginning of their day, at the beginning of their week, and I wish I could do that, but I try. I do certain things are on my schedule, but
Oh, yeah.
other things, it's almost better for me to look at the end of the day.
Yeah.
What did I
I
do today? And feel,
exactly.
oh, I
Right.
accomplished
Then you have
something.
like no expectations of yourself. You're not like
Mhm.
saying, "Oh, I hope I'll go to True Value and I hope I'll go to Catskill Nursery and whatever." Instead, you could just, say, "Oh, well, I did this and
I did that, right? I actually did accomplish some things today that actually felt useful and
you took a
necessary.
shower,
I took a shower.
Ellen. That hooray,
No
hooray.
kidding. These days, that's a big,
It's a big deal.
yeah. Well, I'm seeing clients now, so I actually have to
You
be
you
really
must.
clean.
You must be clean and in a mask. We spoke about that last time. So
Yeah,
now that was two of the dreams, and there's
that
five.
was two. Um, Another dream I had on the same night that I had the dream about the tangled wires. I had a dream that I was went to a birthday party for my dear friend Lydia, who lives here in Santa Fe, and I had forgotten to bring her cake. I'd forgotten cake, which is, and for her that's like she's really really into birthdays and she's really into cake. Like you can't come to her at a
That would
birthday
be a
celebration.
real slight.
Would be really bad.
You
Would be
don't
really
come
bad.
without her birthday cake.
So yeah, so I'm like, I don't know what that means, but
So can
that
we pause there?
sure.
So if this were my dream, I think I'd be looking at what in my life am I a stickler about. I don't really care if someone brings me cake on my birthday, but I do care. Finish the
Mm,
sentence. I would just
mm,
take a look at that.
yeah, good question. What's really important to me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and that actually plays into I've been doing some coaching regarding my own possible coaching work. Um,
Wonderful,
and
wonderful.
the first question is what your values. You talk about your values, and then it's like, well, what is important to you? Like, what is really, well, I guess that is values, but like, what is really, really like super,
Yes.
what are like the 5 most important things, to you?
Awesome.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
I'm working on
I
that.
think I want to work on that as well.
Yeah, well, good. Maybe we should have like a little
Let's
club or
ha-
something.
let's have a little club.
Yeah.
That would be
Like,
wonderful.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, then this was a kind of a juicy one. So I had a dream that I was at one of my housemate Jen's like family, and I don't even know if this exists in waking life, but her family like big vacation house
Mm.
somewhere. I don't know where, in the woods somewhere. Um, and Seamus was still with us, still with me, still on the planet. And I I I don't know. They were having like a family gathering, and I was there somehow. And I took Seamus out, and he immediately pooped, but like a pile like this big, like enormous pile.
Wow.
And like like if I would have stood it up, and it was probably 5 feet long. And I felt so bad because I thought, oh my God, he's been holding that in for so long. Like, why didn't I? He
Oh.
didn't seem like in pain or anything. It just came out really easily. I don't need to be like graphic, but it was like it just released really easily. But I felt like, why? Usually he tells me when he has to go. He like
Right.
does a little thing, and he didn't tell me, or did he tell me and I wasn't paying attention?
Oh.
Why didn't he tell me? Like, those were the questions that I was having about
Yes.
that. And then there was another old friend, actually another dream friend, um, Donna. Do you know Donna? Remember Donna Katsaranis?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So she's, sort of been a friend, throughout many
Yes.
time.
Yes.
And she was in the dream, and she was kind of puttering around the kitchen. And I think I was telling her, oh my God, it was like 5 feet long. I was just telling her. And another part of the dream was that I went into one of the bedrooms of this big house, and it happened to be Lucy, who's their daughter, and her cousin, who I don't know who it was, but her cousin, the girl cousin. They're like 20. And they were sharing a bedroom, sharing the bed. And then there was this kind of a curtain. And that, like, my side, I was supposed to be on the other side of the bed somehow.
Oh.
Um, and I started I started telling the girls the story of Seamus, and before I could finish, Lucy had closed the curtain, and she just had her little face, and she's like, what was she saying? Okay, I'm just going to read it. I began telling the girls the Seamus story, and Lucy closed the curtain that separated us as I was still talking, leaving it open only enough to whisper something about not being able to talk because of the COVID virus. And when the whole family gets there, I'm going to need, me, Ellen, I'm going to need to be sequestered to my wing of the house. So I felt so bad, and I quietly moved. I made the bed. I was like, okay, I'll just leave. I made the bed, and I just left, and quietly kind of moved through the house, and the house was filled with people, and I just kind of snuck through and like, oh, don't mind me, don't mind me. And I just kind of went into my room.
So this was your house that you lived in?
Well, no, it was just it was like her family house, Jen's family house,
Oh,
which
okay.
I don't know if it doesn't exist as far
Right,
as I know.
right, right. And this is in the woods or some kind of.
Somewhere in the woods, and it was a house that had a similar layout to this house, which is kind of long and narrow, and there are kind
Yeah.
of wings. There's this wing, and then my wing, mine, and the girls'
Yeah.
rooms are
Yes.
over.
Yeah, I love that.
So yeah, it felt there was so many feelings. Like, I felt the whole thing about Seamus made me feel so bad that I wasn't taking care of him, that I wasn't. Yeah, I made an assumption that he was like had to hold in his poop for so
Yeah.
long, and then finally was able to release. But that might not have been what's true, but anyway, the
When you
feeling.
first, when the dreamer was first telling the dream and he made like a tower of poop, and I thought you were so sorry that he pooped that much on your friend's like backyard or
Yeah.
something.
No, I didn't.
And that
It,
wasn't what you were saying at all. It was
mm,
feeling bad that you might not have been aware of what Seamus's needs were.
yeah, I felt
Yeah.
like I wasn't attending to him well. Um,
Oh, darn it.
yeah.
I'm saying that because, as everyone probably knows by now, I look for little signs in my life to reflect on questions that I may hold. So I'm really wanting to get that little dog, but I'm also trying to stay open to like what is the universe telling me about that. And so I'm gonna take that as cautionary for myself, that
Mm,
maybe I won't be able to meet the dog's needs.
mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
Well, you can just meditate on it, doesn't
Mm.
necessarily mean that, right? But since you did make that connection, there's a connection there, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
But because
Because
I'm currently thinking about it,
right,
sending pictures of Guthrie around to my friends, like, what do you think of this guy? And the funny thing is, they say no cats and no kids.
yeah. Well, that I know that is interesting that you would override that.
Because I've had herding dogs. I had Redwood, who was half border collie, and then Toby, I think he had some kind of cattle dog. He had speckly legs. He was so
Mhm.
smart. He had a white tip tail, like a herding dog, and they were both the kindest dogs to the cats. So I'm more doubting that whoever wrote that knows what they're talking about.
Well, also, if it's a puppy, like, how do they know? It
He's
looks,
a
it looks
year
like.
and a half. He's
Oh,
a year
he's
and a
already.
half.
Oh, okay. He looked younger in that picture. So yeah,
Maybe they took
right.
it when he was younger.
I would want to know what does that mean that he
I know.
shouldn't.
I did. I emailed them and then I called them. So
Yeah.
no responses yet.
Okay. Well, that'll be
I'll keep
interesting.
you informed on my
But, oh my God,
dog
I'll
quest.
vicariously have a puppy with you because I would love to get a dog. But
Okay. Oh well, Alan, we'll Zoom.
we'll Zoom. I'll be like a Zoom co-parent.
I say that jokingly because of the dreams that
Oh yeah, we'll Zoom. Right.
brings this current way of communicating into
So
the
cute.
psyche.
Hmm.
Yeah. So,
And
yeah.
just to say, the second part of the dream, the feelings were um, just terrible, and I sometimes feel like that in my current circumstance. I think I
Hmm.
do that to myself. I really don't think anyone
Yeah.
is doing
Yeah.
that to me. I
Right.
want to say that. I'm in the household of a family that isn't my family, so there is that sometimes if they have family over that I
Yes.
feel. I don't have to feel that way because they don't make me feel that way.
Right.
It's something that I do to myself where I'm like, oh, I don't belong here. I'll just go hide in my room. So that is how I felt in the dream. Like, but in the dream, somebody was actually telling me that, yeah, you're going to have to go sequester, now. You're going to have to go to your side of the room and just be over there by yourself. So it just felt deeply painful, just
I,
absolutely deeply, deeply painful. And it touches that part of me that feels like I don't belong. And
oh
we talked about
my.
that too in, various
Well, tell me again what you said. Love is everywhere, but that
love. What did she say? Love is is everywhere more than sickness.
love is everywhere more than sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also I'm going to take that as like this social sickness that this
Mm-hmm.
country has racially,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
um
yeah.
and
That is
love,
bad. So
love.
terrible.
There's always more love. I explained it to my little boy this way. He he wants me to love him best of all.
No.
And he doesn't understand how I could also love his big brother, which now, whatever, this was a couple of years ago. And now he's a different kid, but I told him love is like a candle flame, that you can pass it to the next candle and another candle and the next candle, and none of it diminishes the light of the first candle. So it's like,
Mm. Oh,
it's
that's beautiful.
limitless.
That's so beautiful. That's a really great metaphor.
I love that for love.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I mean, I'm also thinking, if that were my dream, it's scary, this, because quarantine, and there's always that fear, like that, what if, I have a fever, what if I have a cough, or like a shallow cough, right? I mean, I think of that regularly. And I don't even go out of my house. But some of my friends have been starting to come over.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. We've been lightening up here too a bit. Like I said, I'm working now. I'm actually going
yeah.
home, giving them massage and, I mean,
Yes.
doing maybe not more than 5 a week, but
Right.
and it's actually great. I mean, I'm actually happy with that,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, I'm
It's
happy enough to,
perfect.
yeah, but
Perfect.
it's a big deal. It is a big deal. There's a lot of considerations. There's a lot of like, oh God, where was I? Should I go in their house? Maybe I shouldn't touch this. It's just, it gets complex. Um,
Yes.
but anyway, yeah, I hear that. I hear
We'll do it on your, we'll do it in your front yard or your outside
We
porch.
actually did a massage with my one client. She is kind of immunocompromised in a certain way, and
Uh-huh.
actually, she has a version. It's not MS. It's a version of muscular dystrophy. Actually, it's
Okay.
Marie Charcot tooth. I don't know if you've heard of that, but
I don't
anyway,
know that I have.
it doesn't matter. But so she has some version of that, and they say that you have to be careful with that. So
Yes.
with her, I'm like hyper vigilant. But we worked out in her portal. A lot of houses
Awesome.
have that little like over.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was so great for both of
Yes.
us. I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was like being on a vacation.
That's awesome. I
And I
love
got
it.
very well for it. So
Yeah, why do you never practice massage on one of the islands?
yeah, I know,
Ellen,
right?
what are
But
you doing? No, I don't know. I'm kidding.
I
Canada
know.
isn't incredible.
Well, people used to say that all the time. Like, why don't you go and do, like a vacation kind of thing? Like, go to whatever. There's all these different spas and things,
Totally.
and I don't know why I didn't do that, but whatever. I
Whatever.
did whatever. I didn't. Yeah, I think that was it. That was. Oh no, was there another one? Oh God. Oh no. Anyway, there's probably too many dreams. That's probably enough. I have two more, but
No, I want to hear the next. Well, what time is it? We've been on for a while. We've probably been on for a while.
it's 12:43.
2:43 Eastern Standard.
2:43
So,
my time.
well, just say them both really fast.
Okay. So the next dream was that I am in a kitchen, somebody's kitchen that doesn't look familiar to me, with a big rectangular table, and my friend Alan, who is the husband of my friend Dara, live in Oregon, and so I'm in the kitchen. There was like a dinner party. Everybody must have been like in another room after dinner, but Alan was sitting at the head of the table, and he had his dinner plate there, and he was kind of waiting. And I was preparing some kind of drugs for him, like some kind of hallucinogenic drugs, and I was preparing some kind of liquid in this beautiful satiny silver little spoon, and I put a couple of little drops of this liquid, and I just brought it to him and like put it right in front of him. And he said to me, I have some gummies if you don't want such a high dose. I have some gummies. I'm like, what? I don't do drugs, just for those who are listening. I mean, not that it matters, but I don't. I would maybe, but I don't. Anyway, so it's just very odd, and I don't know even that he does, do those
Right, right.
things, hallucinogenics or whatever it
So
was. I
I
don't.
have a clarifying question.
Sure.
So the dreamers like making a like chemical concoction?
Kind of, yeah, yeah. I didn't have a real clear like view of what I was doing, but that was the feeling. Kind of
Okay.
standing at the kitchen sink, and I was kind of mixing liquids.
Yeah.
Dropped like two sort of gooey drops in the spoon, and
Wow.
that is dose.
Ooh,
I
that's
know.
answering something for me. If
Yeah.
I am the dreamer and I'm asking the questions of where do I go from here, I'm
Hmm.
thinking, maybe, I don't know how you feel about homeopathy or um, anything like that, but perhaps it's something with like a physical medicine.
Oh, yeah, could be. I mean, I have plenty of opportunities, and not so much opportunities, but I have plenty of friends who do
Homeopathy.
um, not homeopathy, but actual like plant medicine,
Oh,
different
okay.
kinds
Yes,
of
yes,
medicine.
yes,
Yeah, and ceremony and things like that, and
yes.
whatever other things, that I could probably partake in. And every once in a while, I think, God, maybe I should. Maybe that's the direction for me, so that I can just get out of my head.
Right. Even if that's not the answer to the questions of where will I go professionally, that's
Yeah, but just
helpful
to
for
just
right now.
yeah, like because I really think that what my whole professional thing is always going to come out of my core. It's never going to
Yeah.
come from my head, because it's never going to be satisfying from there. And that's where I feel stuck. I feel stuck there. So it's
Right.
like, can I just get completely out of my head and experience the world in this whole different way that makes me go, this is what I want to share. This is,
Yeah.
like once and for all, just, it's like there is a wall inside me somewhere, and who knows? I didn't think of it that way at all.
That's very interesting. And
Yeah.
what I also am noticing in that dream is that my body just knows what to do.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't have to think about it. So something that's so innate for me that my
Hmm.
body knows how to do this. It's, I think, yeah, maybe there's a beckoning.
Yeah, yeah, and it's funny why Alan, why him? I mean, I love Alan,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I we don't have a really, I mean, we have a lovely connection when we see each other, which is very rare,
yes.
or talk on the phone. It's a very easy connection with him.
Mm,
He's very easy to talk to, and I like him a lot as a person, but I don't know why him in the dream. Like
okay.
that's always an interesting thing. Yeah, like why that person? I look at that often, like what are the
Hmm.
qualities, and what is that
Oh
he's
yeah,
like
I know.
me,
It's like
right?
the dream um casting, dream casting, like
Yeah, yeah,
head casting for dreams is always
right,
so interesting. We can learn so much about ourselves. Like,
yeah.
who are the people in your neighborhood?
Yeah, right. And because we're picking them, right? We're picking
Right.
them
We
from them.
are. We're choreographing the
Yeah,
dream.
which
We
is
really
kind of,
really learn that. You see that in dream theater,
yeah,
which I've done for some years now, and just acting out the dream. That's a lot of fun.
yeah, yeah.
So, and did you
So
say there's one more? You had said
one
two.
one more.
All right.
Just this morning, I woke up with this dream that I had been like babysitting for my friend Tara's daughter Maya, and it was when she was a little bit younger, and so it was her and another little baby, and we're on the couch, and like all of a sudden I wake up. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. We're all sleeping on the couch in front of the TV, like we've been watching TV, and fell asleep in front of the TV, and I felt so awful. I was like, I even said, I was woke her up to, bring the babies to bed
Yeah.
before mom could get home, and like see that I had totally slacked off in engaging with the children, and I was just stuck and put them in front of the TV for a million hours, and then we all fell asleep. I felt terrible that I had done that, and that I hadn't, and I just felt a little bit like, I mean, I think the meaning for me, I think, was, my whatever the little ones in me, the brilliant little things in myself. It's like I'm not engaging.
Oh,
I'm not paying
beautiful.
attention. I'm
This is what
sticking them
it's
in
like
front
to have
of
freaking dream conversation with a dream worker, another
them.
dream worker. It's like, what are you even bringing to the table, dear? You have it all figured out. Well, Jeremy Taylor always used to say, a dream, first two things, never comes to tell us what we already know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
the other thing is, there are always many different ways to look at a dream. So,
Right. And so, yeah, no, I welcome whatever I know.
yeah,
because I already tried to like sort it out through and just got a hit myself. But
yeah,
you're right. I mean, I don't mean to come with thinking I know it all, because why else would I want to talk about it? But
right.
I'm not sure if that's what you were saying, but
Um,
I'm not sure what you were saying exactly about that. Is that because I talk too much about what I already know about the dream?
oh no, no, I was saying it because, well, yeah, that's exactly why. That's exactly right. Because no, you don't talk too much about anything, but you're such a thinker and you do dream work, and so you've already really chewed on so many of these images. It's actually a pleasure to do dream work with you because you're very
Yeah,
intuitive.
but I really also, I know that we're doing this as a weird thing where I'm just like spewing out all of these
Yeah.
dreams. Probably isn't the best way to do it, but
Well,
I want I want your hit, and I know we're a little over time now, but I don't want you to ever think that I always want another
yeah.
perspective,
Oh,
because
I
I
didn't think you were. I don't say that. I didn't. I said that more as a joke and not as like an insult.
no, I didn't feel it insulting, but I'm open for the truth, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be.
Yeah, I know. I think we it always comes down to it. Often, I don't want to say words like always and definitive. It often comes down to um, similar feelings of inadequate, inadequate babysitter, inadequate, whatever, and that's that's just a constant occurring theme, And so I think, wouldn't it be wonderful to start to like identify the dreams when they come? Oh, I'm terrible babysitter. What if my friend comes home and sees I fell asleep with the kids on the couch? Like it's totally fine, But I'm judging, if I'm the dreamer, I'm judging myself for this. And I feel like this comes up somewhat regularly for me. So each time I want to stick a pin in it, and say, oh, it's another dream where I'm hard on myself. Oh,
Mm,
another dream where I'm being overly hard on myself. Just to get a sense, and see if things change a little.
mm, that's great. That's really good. I mean, yeah, thanks for that. I don't even think I even recognize that they do have that. The dreams do often have that theme.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, and you're very self-reflective. So, incredibly open. So, were you ever in therapy, or are you currently in
God,
therapy?
yes. Many,
Ah, God, yes.
forever. To the point where it's like, all right, enough already, because like it's good, fine to be self-reflective, but also it's like, yeah, after a while, you're just like, okay, this is what people mean when they say contemplating your navel.
Yeah,
After a while,
yeah.
it's just like enough. And
Mm-hmm.
I am in a
Yeah,
place where I want to take some actions in life and move out. And but we are who we are, right? I'm never not
sure.
be a self-contemplative person. I just
Exactly, exactly.
never not going to be that. And I love that about myself.
I love that about you. And I love that you also hold the ecstatic.
Hmm.
So there's the introverted, inward meditator, but then there's also the ecstatic dancer, and I feel like it's quite a treasure to hold both of those.
Thank you. That's such a lovely reflection. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that. Yeah. So maybe next time we do dreams, if I'm sharing a dream, maybe I'll just pick one, and and allow you to like, have
So,
more to say.
yeah, no, I love the way we just did that. Sometimes you just have a running stream of important dreams. You just have to, I always feel like when that happens, just listen to it, just like bear
Yeah.
witness to that dream. And then if the dreamer has questions, then then
Then
reflect also alongside.
yeah, then we can jump in together.
Reflect
Yeah.
alongside.
Yeah, that's cool. I know, I
Uh,
guess whatever, I never do anything whatever, the way everyone else does it.
yeah, right.
So why should it be any different?
It shouldn't.
It
Shouldn't.
should. That's right. And that's why I'm here with you, because, whatever, because
Totally.
it's unique.
Did you see episode 54 of the Dream Stream
Is that the one with your friend
with
Michelle?
Michelle?
It's so funny. I don't really know her, and I only saw literally this morning, like just a couple of minutes before I jumped on in my dance class. And
Right,
it was
right.
so with the bell.
She's so funny.
And she's like, shut up. I'm not done yet. Now we have to start over.
She's my delight. I just love her. I can laugh. And it's so funny because
she was like, what am I seeing? Her hair. Yeah.
There's one when I'm explaining who she is, and she has the phone down and she's kind of bending down and gardening. It's just, I just love it. It's filmed so well, just by, chance.
The way she doesn't care about sitting in front of the thing, and she's doing her own thing. I'd love to hang out with her. She seems cool. So
yeah, yes.
One of these days we'll get together.
Well, let's get together in our Zoom room and
Let's
do DreamWorks together.
And yes, not necessarily have it a recorded thing. I would,
Again, Zoom.
Zoom is the thing.
Did you know Facebook? Is it Facebook? I just tried. Facebook owns Zoom, something like that.
Oh, really?
Maybe it's not Facebook. It might be Google, but it's one of the big American internet companies owns Zoom. Originally, it was owned by a Chinese company. Mm-hmm. Was the word, that people were nervous. They were being spied on and whatnot. But I just read the headline. Obviously not memorable enough, but no, I think it is. I think it's Google.
I don't know. Yeah. Don't know.
Don't know. Well, thank you, Ellen, for your wonderful dreams.
Thank you for allowing me to share them all and do my own version. That felt good, actually, to say them all, and and to hang with you.
Clear the palette.
Yeah.
So you can invite more.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's kind of what happens, right? Once you just start opening up to it.
Similarly, if I am not moving along with my dreams, it's often because I haven't worked a big dream for myself in the past. There's an outstanding dream that needs me to look at it. Mm-hmm. And then once I look at it, I can start dreaming again.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that makes sense. It's like, wait, no, you got to.
Yeah, you can't go for
not anything else.
Do not pass go.
Right, exactly.
Collect $200.
Hang out here.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I was just going to say something about scheduling, like that. The earlier in the day during a weekday is usually better for me, but we make it work.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I'll find out from Michelle which time and day works the best for her.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you again, Ellen, fellow dream worker and listener. Thank you for joining us. And I hope everyone has sweet dreams. Write them down and reflect on them.
Awesome. Have a beautiful day.